Ryan Trahan's extravagant challenges have taken YouTube by storm. But what do we know about his wife? And how does she keep up with his adventurous lifestyle? Ryan Trahan isn't the only YouTuber in the family. In fact, Pham's YouTube journey started before that of her husband. Hailey launched her YouTube channel in 2010, when she was just 10 years old. The oldest video on her page was posted 2 years later, titled Simple Easy Pink Spring Lip.
I apply it differently than most lip glosses, but gotta do what you gotta do.
Hailey's channel has obviously evolved over the years, and she's dived into genres ranging from fashion to dance to entertainment. It took her a while to find her groove though. As Hailey said in an interview with Pop Hearts, "I was doing it for 6 years before I got any traction." Since becoming an internet sensation, Hailey has landed brand deals with the likes of Sephora, Fabletics, and even Sonic Drive-In, collaborating with the latter to try their iconic groovy fries and groovy sauce. She now has many millions of subscribers on YouTube, and you can expect this number to continue to grow in the years to come. Now that Hailey has left her teen years behind her, she's expanded both her interests and her content. Her channels mainly tap into BookTube and BookTok, a corner of TikTok that has become wildly popular in recent years. To that end, Hailey's newer videos have almost exclusively revolved around book reviews, recommendations, and reading challenges. But her love for books isn't just for the views. Hailey's dedication to the hobby is quite serious. She apparently first got into reading through a friend named Lily.
My current obsession is reading. My friend Lily let me borrow a book, and from there, I continue to buy every book.
Hailey entered her first rating on the reading tracking platform Goodreads in July 2021. She has since read well over 350 books. Owning a house is a fairly common life goal, and if you've got a following like Phams, it's possible to reach that goal before you're old enough to drink. Hailey and Ryan Trahan purchased their home in Austin, Texas, when Hailey was just 18. When New Face magazine asked how it feels to buy a house at such a young age, she said, "I don't think it has fully sunk in yet, but it has been my biggest goal since I was little." Thanks to the couple's success, Hailey was also able to buy a house for her mother. As she told New Face magazine, "There is a feeling of relief in accomplishing that goal, and knowing that your mom is happy, safe, and loves where she lives." Hailey's got her eyes set on more than just these two houses too. In an interview with Euphoria magazine, she claimed that she wants to one day become a real estate mogul with properties across the US. Ryan and Hailey are both well-established YouTubers, with their shared total subscriber count reaching over 25 million. No surprise then that they first met at the annual content creation convention VidCon. In an interview with Smosh Alike, Ryan recalled their first meeting, adding that Hailey was his first girlfriend. He said,
"That's such a Gen Z love story."
They met over coffee with a mutual friend at the convention, and when the mutual friend left them alone together, Ryan and Hailey instantly bonded. The two stayed in touch and soon began collaborating on content, which they realized was a great excuse to spend time together. Over time, they realized their feelings for each other and started dating. Hailey was apparently aware of their romantic potential very early on.
It sounds insane, but she has like a journal entry from the week after we started dating saying she was gonna marry me, and I felt the same way.
Hailey didn't just find success early in her career, she also found her future partner relatively early in life. She and Ryan Trahan had been dating for a year and 8 months when he proposed in 2020. The two tied the knot in November 2020, when Hailey was just 19 years old and Ryan was 22, and they've been together ever since. Today, Hailey frequently features in Ryan's videos, such as his 50 States in 50 Days challenge, in which she documented her side of the experience.
Southern hospitality is a saying for a reason. So nice.
Ryan also appears in Hailey's videos, such as What I Do While Ryan Films YouTube videos and her In My 20s Diary series. It's not uncommon for people to make comments about high-profile figures marrying young, but that wasn't the only issue for many of Hailey's fans. Back then, the COVID-19 pandemic had put life on hold for several months, with the vaccine rolling out to the public in the US from late 2020 onwards. While businesses shuttered and many people kept themselves in bubbles, others continued to socialize and host large gatherings, often against the advice of health authorities. Hailey and Ryan didn't post about their marriage until their first anniversary. Fans soon put two and two together, however, and the internet had a lot to say about their COVID-era wedding. Some fans were outraged that she'd been so public about her relationship and wedding planning, only to keep her audience in the dark about the actual event. Other fans were upset that the wedding took place when it did, with some calling the decision selfish or immature. Notably, a few Redditors have pointed to this controversy as the turning point in Hailey's creative output, shifting from personal lifestyle content to more generic or book-based videos. Haley didn't publicly adopt her husband's surname when they got married. Instead, she continues to use what is apparently her middle name as her online identity, partly because this name also reflects her cultural heritage. Haley is half Vietnamese. Her mother's side of the family relocated to the US during the Vietnam War. While Haley doesn't often discuss her Vietnamese roots online, it has come up on occasion. In a discussion about life during COVID-19, for example, she told New Face magazine, "It's not ideal, but I learned how to make Vietnamese coffee at home, so now I don't go to Starbucks." Faith has played a huge part in Haley's life, and she's talked openly about Christianity in multiple videos and interviews. In a 2020 interview with Euphoria magazine, the then 19-year-old Haley explained her attitude toward discussing her beliefs in her content. She said, "I would say it just flows naturally, since my faith is the largest part of my life and the driving force for why I wake up every morning. It gives me purpose, and it's something I enjoy sharing." Her faith is so strong, it seems, that it has also become a part of her husband's life. While Ryan Trahan described himself as a cynical atheist prior to their relationship, he explained in a Smasha-like interview that he later went on a spiritual pursuit and ended up developing his own relationship with Jesus. Meanwhile, on the Happy and Healthy podcast, Haley opened up about how she considers the connection she's made through faith as more valuable than the social media events most people associate with influencers. She also highlighted the fact that many content creators struggle with anxiety, depression, and comparison.
Hey, I really want you to meet Jesus. Like, he could help you with all of those things.
Haley's wedding wasn't the only controversy she faced. It's not uncommon for YouTubers and influencers to find themselves in hot water for insensitive comments or old offensive content, and Haley is no different. In September 2019, Haley posted about her first anniversary trip with her then-boyfriend Ryan to Europe. The couple went to Italy and Greece, and Haley had some choice words about her experience. Haley complained about the trip throughout the video, with issues including messed up flights and hotel bookings, an illness, and her overall dissatisfaction with Greece as a whole.
I highly discourage you from going to Greece.
Her reasoning for this? She cited the country's struggling economy and government, claiming that it was simply not fun to visit, and that, in her words, there's nothing to do there. She also said that shopping was tough, and the streets were too crowded, adding that beyond the cities, the land was barren. In particular, Haley seemed to turn on the popular tourist hotspot of Santorini.
Santorini is not as pretty as the Instagram bloggers make it seem.
Yet Haley's audience was anything but happy with this review. Viewers were quick to defend Greece's beauty and accused Haley of acting entitled. Others defended her, insisting that she was simply stating her opinion. Regardless, it seems like Haley realized that she was wrong to generalize. She later posted an apology video on the matter, although that too has since been deleted. Prior to becoming a BookTube sensation, Haley would often post about her other hobbies. One of those hobbies was dance. By 2018, Haley was taking dance classes for 20 hours a week, refining her skills in everything from hip-hop to jazz. After moving away from dance to explore other pursuits, Haley would often revisit the hobby for special challenge videos. For example, she featured in one of Ryan's videos, "I Learned a Hip-Hop Dance on YouTube."
Bro, she killed it, bro. I swear to God.
Haley has also made a number of dance videos on her own YouTube channel. In one video, she attempts extreme ballet training, learning a routine from a professional ballet dancer. At the end of a challenging lesson, Haley ends her video talking about how inspiring ballet dancers are for their dedication to the craft.
Is it for me? Will I do it again? Absolutely not.
More recently, Haley has taken a step into another kind of creative world, becoming an author. She's clearly an avid reader and book reviewer, so it only makes sense that she do this. After all, she knows what makes a good book. Haley announced her big plans in 2024, revealing to her followers that she would document every step of the writing, editing, and publishing journey as she aims to become a New York Times bestselling author. Haley also mentioned that she had dreamed of becoming an author since she was 17 years old, although she always imagined it happening later in life. She has since confirmed that her first book is titled Just Friends, and that it'll be published in March 2026. The novel is described as a second-chance romance about childhood friends who reconnect as adults. As promised, Haley has kept her followers in the loop about the book's progress, confirming that she had submitted the final edits at the beginning of August 2025. As if being a content creator and author weren't enough, Haley has joined many of her fellow content creators in becoming an entrepreneur. And what better way to break into the game than with a product that she already loves and uses, book sleeves. In early 2025, Haley released a line of waffled book sleeves that she designed herself, and it seems that her fellow bookworms went wild for them, as her first drop of book sleeves sold out in just 24 minutes. Fans flocked to the comments of her social media to share their excitement about receiving the book sleeves, with even more asking for a restock ASAP. Since then, Haley has been cooking up new ideas and designs for her new release. In early August 2025, she dropped a new and improved version of the book sleeves with new exterior patterns, printed inner lining, and an added corner loop for easy travel. And while you'll be lucky if you can get your hands on one of these, it probably won't be your last chance. No doubt, Haley has at least a few more tricks up her sleeve.